Alright guys, this is my updated version of the boarding tutorial. I did one in the past that showed how to do it best to board AI. Now that they've relaunched the game as Naval Action 2.0, I thought I'd redo some of my videos. A few videos still work pretty well, but I wanted to redo the boarding to help the new players understand what best way to board and capture ships in the game. Now again, this is my way of doing it. This is how I was shown to do it, and it works pretty well. I think it will work for most situations and hopefully help the new players understand how to quickly board and capture AI ships. I'm going to do a few different versions of what ships to take down, but let's see how this one goes first, and I'm going to kind of walk you through it as I pause how things go here. So let's board this one first. Alright, first of all, I want to go over this. Always make sure you have more crew than the AI. That's one thing that you need to have. There's a few instances, if you know what you're doing and you're a really good player, you can have less crew than the AI and still win, but for the most part, the way that AI works in this new boarding meta, if they have more crew, they're most likely going to win. You should never board an AI unless you have more crew than them in the first place, unless you're an extremely, veteran player and you know what you're doing. But as you can see here, I've got 866 to this one's 410. They have Marines. I do not. All of the fighting AI are going to have Marines. Same morale, almost the same preparation here. And what we want to do is trick the AI into selecting what they're going to do next. Now, right as the battle starts, we're going to go for brace right off the bat. Now, you see the timer here go down. You do not want to select anything else until it gets to about 1. The AI will change their thing at the last minute. So 3, 2, 1, let's go defend. That causes them to counterattack because they saw that we were on brace. Now we're on defend, and what the AI is going to do is they're going to try to do something down here that's going to hit the defend, which will either be deck guns, grenades, or musket volley. So we're going to go back to brace. We did brace, musket volley, no one died. Great. So now that we're on brace, the AI already thinks attack. So they're going to go right back to attack, which means we'll go to defend in 3, 2, and 1. Defend, and there you go. So now we're going to actually start killing more crew than they were in the first place. Don't worry about watching their prep drop for now, it's not as important, but we now know they're going to do deck guns, grenades, or muskets, so we're going to go back to brace in 3, 2, 1, fire deck guns. Now, everyone does things different. They probably want to attack on this next one. I would not. Just keep following along that same thing. Defend, brace, defend, brace. Here we go. We're going to go back to defend. They're going to attack. Same thing. Now we're actually starting to kill way more than they are. At this point, still just continue. We're going to go back to brace after this next one. And as you see, I waited all the way until it was 3, 2, 1. And as it hits 1, I hit what I need to do next. At this point, a lot of players will say you should attack right now. I myself still want to kill a few more crew, so I'm going to go back to defend. And as you see, I'm definitely killing a lot more crew than they are every time I hit that defend button. Their morale is pretty low. I could definitely attack them by now, but we're going to give it one more shot on the brace. Because again, once I hit that brace, it tells the AI, because they have enough preparation, that they're going to go to attack. So now that they've hit attack, we're just going to attack right through on this one, I believe. Oh, or I think we'll do defend again. Yeah, let's do one more defend. Now that their morale is at 0, they have no crew. I'm going to crush them no matter what I do. At this point, you just attack because it's game over for the AI. Alright, they did grenades, didn't do as much. My attack still destroyed them on that one. So we go for another one. Just about the same crew. I definitely have a lot more. I will do the next attack where I have a little less than the next crew and show you how that goes. But same thing. Battle starts, just hit defend right off the bat. What that does is force the AI to hit attack, and then we're going to go to defend on the very last second. And then we'll do the same thing. Defend, brace, defend, brace, defend, brace. Now, further down the road, when you start getting more mods that you put on your ships to increase your musket damage or your cannon damage, or even maybe you'll find the books or mods that give you marines, that's going to help you tremendously in the future. For now, just make sure you have more crew. If you're starting off in the game as a new player, just make sure you have more crew than the AI and you will be just fine. At this point, we're kind of destroying this guy pretty hard. He doesn't have preparation. I should attack again, but that is not what I'm going to do on this one. It looks like I did attack against fired deck guns, which is never a good idea. Fired deck guns will always defeat the attack, and then brace always defeats deck guns, so I messed up on that one. But that just shows that you can make a few mistakes if you have more crew. If I didn't have more crew, that would have destroyed me on these two things here. So now that we went back to defend on his counter attack, he's still got a little bit of morale. I could probably start hitting him a little bit harder, but we're still going to go right back to the same. Defend, brace, I think. Well, let's try the attack one on this one. Okay, he had brace. That's always a good one. Definitely picking a few different choices on this one. I would definitely suggest, if you're not knowing what you're doing, still stick to the defend brace. But now that he's on brace, we'll fire that. There we go. My preparation is a little low. If my attack was available, I could easily attack on through. I'm going to brace, which is still going to destroy him because he has 0 morale. So no matter what, the next one's going to win. Because I still killed enough crew that it just destroyed him all around. Here we go. So we're actually going to do a third rate versus a third rate. This is the Bologna versus the Wassa. I have very little bit more crew. I have 725, but if you're going to notice here in just a second, I've already started my preparation down here. And this Wassa is actually going to hit grape on me real quick, and it's going to take my crew down to below his 691. So right now, I have more crew than the Wassa, but as you'll just see when the battle starts, he's graping me right there. I am losing a lot of crew. That was not fun. So now I've got 632 to his 691. That's not a good thing for the most part. He's got Marines, so he's definitely got the upper hand. But again, we're going to go through our brace, defend, and we'll do a few extra things that's going to help us get the upper hand. On that first counter attack, they will always do quite a bit of damage. Don't be afraid of that. Just continue doing the same thing. Alright, on one of these, we're going to want to try and see if we can't get the upper hand. So on this one, we know they're going to attack, and fire deck guns hurts attack. So there we go. That's how we put ourselves a little bit higher. We're going to start getting a little bit quicker with those deck guns, and that's going to give us more damage, killing more of their crew than what they got. And that's how we're going to finally get the upper hand in this fight. At this point, their morale has dropped a lot lower than ours, and that's what's going to help us keep going. If our morale was too low, we might lose this fight, but it looks like we've got the morale upper hand here. And that's all we needed was for their morale to hit 0, and we're good to go. So attack on muskets is what gave us the final blow. As you notice, we did defend on the counter, and that's what helped us out here. And then attack on the muskets gave us the 101 to the 95, and that's what killed their morale. And that's how, even though we started with less crew and no Marines, we were able to pull it out. And that's a third rate versus a third rate. So the same ships. Hopefully that helps you guys. And I'll continue to make a few more videos or update my previous videos on boarding. And I think this will help during the new version of the game, the 2.0 version. And that'll help you guys board almost any AI ship.